the attorney right here, he's the one that's going to have to follow up with all of this. But I do want you to know it was not designed on purpose not to call you back.
Okay.
What happens is that whenever we have litigations, it's best for us not to talk to the victims of any situation. So
well,
that's the reason.
Okay, I came up here, my husband and I came up here. After I got officer, when I did come out of being knocked out, Lieutenant Daughtry was standing over me, saying to me, "You're under arrest." And I'm bleeding profusely out of the scars here, out of my nose, and throwing up blood. He continuously saying, "You're under arrest." What am I being arrested for? Get up. I said, "Can I clean up?" No. So I'm laying there on the floor bleeding. My daughter, I told her to throw me a towel downstairs. 2 towels I soaked up with blood. Lieutenant Daughtry then, he said, after he got blood on himself, "Can he wash up?" Not thinking I allowed him to wash up. He washed up in my kitchen sink. Why would I want him in blood in my kitchen sink? And why is he washing up and he got on gloves? I don't know who, if Daughtry or Cameron, left their watch in my kitchen on the sink. But I have a picture that I took that was taken with Daughtry with gloves on. There was no watch, but there's a watch at my kitchen sink. So who washed up while I was knocked out and my husband is outside? Who washed up? I don't know. I came up here, I talked to the Assistant Chief Steele before I turned myself in. Yes, before I turned myself in. His thing was, I don't know what's going on. You need to turn yourself in for arrest. Chief Smith wasn't here. We came back the next day after. I came and turned myself in at 10:45 a.m. I didn't leave from the police station over here until after 12. I didn't get bonded out until 3:15 because they kept saying they didn't have me down there. After that, I went back to my lawyer's office, come back over here on that particular day. It was the city manager, Wallace Hunter, in his office. And, well, in the foyer on the 2nd floor, as well as Chief Smith here. I walk in, hold up my shades, and you say, and I said, "Do you see what your officer did to me?" He said, "There's no found proof of what happened." No empathy, no sympathy. I got frustrated. I ran down the stairs, not the elevator, the stairs. Calm down. My husband was still up on the 2nd floor. I ran back upstairs. They was in Hunter's office. Mr. Hunter reached out his hand to me and said, "Miss Coty Green, I'm sorry for what you had to go through." And I told him these words. And Mr. Smith is standing right here. He can tell you. I said, "Mr. Hunter, thank you for that. I appreciate it. But this is something I would expect from the police chief since his officer did this to me. Not once did he apologize to me. Oh, but the next day he came to my house. Came to my house because they would not give us a copy of the statement we made. He indicated they should have given us a copy at the police station. Interrogated us. Never Mirandized my husband, but he was arrested Sunday night. Never Mirandized me until I went over there to lodge a complaint against the officers for this brutality. But he came to my house. He's standing right here. He said to my husband in my living room, "It's our fault because there was a break in communication from the 1st shift and the 2nd shift." That's what he said. And then he wants to apologize after I said to Chief, the manager, and he's standing right there not saying a word. You know, we teach our kids not to hit women, to come up as an upstanding citizen as I am, which I really feel and think I am a great part of this area. But we teach them not to hit women. But now we're sending a message, it's okay to hit women as long as you got on a blue uniform and a gun and a badge. That's not right. Not today, not tomorrow, and not ever is it right for a man to hit a woman. He could have subdued me. Look, 5'3", 180 pounds. This was a big guy. He could have subdued me without breaking my eye socket, without hitting me at all. He don't have a mark on him, but he's saying that I got 3 charges against me. Resisting arrest. What was I arrested for? To be resisting. I got assault on a police officer. No marks on him. I never touched him. And then I got disturbing the peace. In my own home, I'm disturbing the peace. How is that so? Please tell me, someone. Please tell me. How is that so? You keep trumping up all these charges on the police report that I don't have, that my lawyer do have. Elizabeth Coty will be arrested tomorrow when she turns herself in. A warrant is out for my arrest. For what? For resisting arrest. But when I get down there and to get bailed out, I got resisting arrest, assault on a police officer, and disturbing the peace. And if I hadn't got and turned myself in by that time, I guess I would have had 5 more charges against me.
Well, let me see. You've contacted your attorney, and I'm quite sure.
I've spoken with her.
So at this point, Elizabeth, the council, we could not call you back when it got to that point. I don't want you thinking that we deliberately did it, but that's what we have to do in this particular
Okay, I understand that.
And
Tell me,
I
please,
understand how.
why is this officer still on duty and not on administrative something? Why is he still out on the street and do that to somebody else? Why?
Well, the chief would have to tell you that, but
Can you tell me that, chief?
No, not right now. No. But we have to do. They have to do their due diligence.
You're investigating, but he can't be on administrative duty while you're investigating?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I don't have no reason to lie. The same story I'm telling today, I've told since the 18th. Nothing have changed. Why is he still out there on duty?
Let me say, it's not for this council to know that, because we don't get into the day-to-day operation.
Okay, the council is over the police, are they not?
Yes, they are.
So the police get to do what they want to do?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Until they report back to us what's going on, we cannot get into the day-to-day operation of what his department or any of their departments are doing.
Okay.
I would think and hope that they are in the process of doing their due diligence, and that they will report back to us and get you the information.
And when is due diligence? The 18th? And today is June the 2nd?
We'll have to talk with the city manager, and he'll have to talk with him, and we'll have to find out. It's right here, Steve Smith. Right here, right here.
I'm the city manager.
Okay.
Yes. But we can't cross that line based on the day-to-day operation. And we have to rely solely on them reporting back to us any information. They did report that there was possible litigation. That's why you did not receive any of the phone calls.
There are possible litigations.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave here and go down to the FBI because this is not right. You chuckle, officer, the lawyer, but I'm going. Those are my rights.
I think I would go talk to my attorney again before I did anything.
You're not my attorney, so don't advise me.
Okay.
Okay. But you will be hearing through our attorney to your attorney.
Anytime Mr. Funderburk wants to talk about this matter, I'll be glad to talk to him about it.
Nobody's talking yet. I'm in the news. Why ain't nobody else in there telling anything?
Well,
not even the litigation. Yes, there is a litigation. Why can't you tell your story? If it's true, tell the story. Why not? The public got a right to hear my side and the city
and that's
side.
what we're granting you right now. But again, we have to follow the process through our city manager, through the chief of police, and they will be, through the attorney, will be getting that information to you.
Okay, can I ask one more question before I leave this? Why was I asked what level of education did I have when I turned myself in?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
why was I asked what level of education did I have when I turned myself in?
This is not the place.
He asked me what question.
But it's not.
Okay, can I get that answer from someone?
You will get that answer.
As far as that, I can answer that. We ask everybody what the level of education is to make sure that they understand the charges that we filed against them. That's a standard question of everybody that's taken into custody.
Okay.
Just to make sure that we know who we're talking to, make sure what the level of education is, so we know if they understand what we're telling them or not.
But I understand your frustration, but at least just let us follow the process through our attorney. City manager will be talking to the chief of police, and they will report to us, and then we will have more facts and things then. But until then, we can't cross that line with the day-to-day operation. Okay?
If I may address the panel, my aunt's been through a lot.
Miss, I understand. Let me say, I don't want to cut you off, but we've also followed the process that if you're not on here to speak, we can't allow you to speak. You have to follow the process to get on the agenda. Okay, I hate to say that, but that's what we've done consistently.
Okay, I understand that, but I'm in my home now, where I'm waking up throughout the night, checking my alarm, making sure I'm secured in my home, which I wasn't that night when I was standing inside my own home where I pay mortgage. I'm a citizen, I pay my taxes, everything. Now I don't even get 8 hours of sleep, constantly getting up, checking the door, checking the alarm. Because now, because of me being in the news, can I assure that the police will come help me when I need it?
Well, the only thing I can say is that we want to follow the process. I know that I know who your attorney is, and so we got to rely on our attorney.
Yes.
Because that information came to me from our counsel, what's going on. So He will be in touch with your attorney. He, I guess, your attorney contacted you?
He called me
Other than-
once,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
I was just wondering.
And excuse me, he also sent me a letter.
Okay. Which is the letter I got, right?
Right.
Is that, okay.
Yes.
This is Byron and Elizabeth.
My husband was not able to
Yeah,
talk
he's
to
not
them.
here. That's not,
But is it, I mean, I said one more question, but is it in police regulation where the officer come into your home and lock the door behind them? Is that in regulation?
I'm not going to answer that because, again, I'm not privy to how their policies and procedures are done. But I do know this, that the chief, along with the city manager, will be answering that question for you. And as well as our
District attorney has been
attorney.
contacted, a full investigation will be made. The city cannot comment on this subject in any manner. We cannot answer questions after you hire a lawyer. The city is handicapped there. We cannot speak. We cannot give our side until after investigation has been done. Once you hire a lawyer, it is a matter of litigation, and it has to be handled through the lawyers.
Okay, what about the police report? That has to be done after the litigation as well? Or I can't get a police report of the incident?
We'll arrange to have you be
Chief,
given a
you
copy
might
of the
want to
police
respond to
As
that.
far as the police report, what's public record is the front copy of that, and certainly that's been available from day one. The investigative files is covered by Alabama state law under 12, section 12. Those records belong to the court, and it's the court's decision of what's released. And since this has already been filed, then it's up to the court what gets released and what does not. So anything beyond that, certainly the courts then decide. And again, that's handled through the attorneys, like the city manager said. Those are all handled through the once the claim has been filed or there's been litigation proceeded. At this point, now it's under the jurisdiction of the courts, not even under my jurisdiction.
Okay, that police report I do have, but it says Elizabeth Coty was arrested with no injuries. What is this? What is this? On the original report, Elizabeth Coty Green was arrested with no injuries.
Again,
What is this?
That's just what it is.
Yeah. Because, you know, the litigation part, we just need to wait on that.
I understand that, but that was a blatant lie that they put. I got evidence right here. I was arrested with no incident, but I went to school, went to the hospital, you saw the picture, but there was no incident, no injury. How could that be?
All of it will come out in the court. All of that.
Thank you for
Okay.
your time.
Thank you so much.
Good job.